Welcome to Slow Home. Too many people live in badly designed houses, and we want to change that.
This is day 87 of the Slow Home Project, and we need you to join us in our quest to evaluate the design quality of houses in 9 North American cities in 9 months. This week we are reviewing the results of our work in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and today we are very pleased to announce the Slow Home Award winners.
Yes, and the other thing we want to talk about is our new website, which everybody's had a chance to look at. And
it's always a bit rocky when things
It is a bit glitchy at the beginning, but that's to be expected when you're doing something new, and I appreciate everybody's patience as we work through some of the bugs. We also really appreciate the comments. We got quite a few comments about the masthead, which was interesting, about the social movement and the text, and I think that's a really interesting discussion topic, and some other things just about how we can use the site and whether we should post the comments and all that sort of stuff. So we'll be thinking about that in the next few days. We're going to be having a new interface on Monday that's going to come up when we're in Denver, so it's going to make it easier to upload things, but again, we need patience because we're still experimenting with it, so it's going to take us a little bit of time to work out the bugs.
That's right. We're not uploading into the blog format anymore. It's a separate system, so you'll see the same Slow Home test.
Yeah.
You can score it. What is important is that it's automatically geocoding the addresses. So please put in the address carefully and make sure that you also put in the name of the city and the state that we're going to, so that it should show up quicker than it was doing before, because Eric doesn't have to do it all by himself manually. So, but again, we won't know until we start
using it and people start using it.
Exactly.
So should we look at the results?
That's right. I wanted to take a couple of minutes and show you the total results for the apartment lots, townhouses, and single-family houses in Dallas, and compare them to Toronto, as I've been doing for each individual one. And I think it's really interesting how similar they are.
Yeah.
Look at that, almost identical numbers of slow houses. Interesting. It's too bad that they're not more, but they're almost the same.
Yeah.
Almost the same in terms of the moderately slow, and then basically, because of that, the category and the fast categories are about the same. Slightly better designed houses overall in Dallas, because we're going from a smaller number of people having fast houses and slightly more people moving up one category into the moderate.
Yeah, but we're seeing a really consistent trend between those two cities.
That's
overall.
Right. Yeah, knowing if you just look at the shape of the curve, it's very similar overall.
Yeah.
So interesting, and we'll be having more detailed analysis of this coming up in the Slow Home report. Of course, the first thing I've got to do is get out the Toronto version, which I'm hoping to have out for you next week.
Yeah, and so now we need to announce the winners from the voting that took place all this week. So in the apartment loft category, there is a lot of discussion. There's a lot of comments, and a lot of people advocated.
It was great to have the comments.
I loved it. I have to say, it was actually, out of all the votes that we've done since starting in Los Angeles, this segment had the most discussion and the most commentary, and a lot of back and forth talk between the viewers. So we really appreciated that.
That's right.
It was really interesting. So there's a lot of comments that advocated for the Metropolitan, which, as you remember, it was that conversion project. But when we added up all the votes, the Buzz Loft project won. So Buzz Loft is the winner in the apartment loft category for Dallas.
That's right. Change Chamber Developments and T. Howard and Associate Architects Incorporated. I'm looking forward to going and speaking with them.
Yeah, I am too.
It's going to be interesting. In the townhome category, we didn't have quite as much of a debate. There was one clear winner, both in terms of the comments and the voting, and that was Trinity Townhomes, which I think is going to be fabulous.
Yeah, and that was, we actually used that one in a which house should I buy segment, so we kind of got familiar with it early on in the process, and I'm glad that it won.
Yes, it's going to be really nice to go see that. And then finally,
in the single family house category, it was very tight between the Cube House and 8427 Lakemont. And the Cube House had more comments, but the votes actually went towards 8427.
Just barely.
Lakemont, just by a hair. So it won, and it's by Classic Urban Homes, and they're 2,500 square foot house.
Yes, so that'll be good as well. So that's it for the week. That's it for Dallas. We're moving on to Denver, in the Mile High City.
The Mile High City. Right? Well, Calgary's a Mile High City too, so we should maybe have an altitude similarity between the two places. So we'll see if that makes a difference.
That's right. Well, everybody have a good weekend. I hope you've enjoyed the week. Thanks for looking through our site. We'll be adding more functionality over the course of the coming days, and please, when you see something that doesn't work, something that's not quite right, send us a comment. It really, really helps.
It really helps. Yeah, see you Monday.
Bye.